you understand. Your love is a one in a million. It goes on and on.
Hey guys, welcome back to GKizza. So today we are gonna be doing Reddit because
I threw away my favorite teacher's family heirloom. Do you hear that?
that is not
That
good.
means that's been traveling through their family.
Generation to generation.
For this person to throw it.
I would kill him.
That's too far.
Oh, it's not that deep that it
It's
needs to
not-
end up in murder.
It's not that deep.
It's not that deep it needs to end up in
No,
murder.
that's our history.
No, for that.
Imagine, yeah, your grandparents from whatever, 19th century, like it's been traveling down.
Okay, let's see the backstory.
Okay.
When I was younger, I had a really sweet teacher that we all loved, and we called her Miss W. It was a Catholic school, so in the corner of every classroom was an altar with a Bible, a cross, and some prayers on it. Miss W added a large crystal to the altar that she told us that had been passed down from her great-great-grandmother. It rested on a small orange cloth on the front of the altar. 3 times a week when we lined up to assembly, I would line up next to it and look at it. It was so smooth and shiny that I couldn't help but want it for myself. And soon I was plotting how I could take it.
People steal it, not take it. Muizi.
I took it one morning on the way to assembly and stashed it into my treasure box at home. I always worried every time a teacher called me that I had been caught and would be punished for taking it.
There should be no peace.
And this paranoia plunged me for 2 years until one day I went into my back garden and threw it into a random neighbor's backyard.
Why couldn't he just give it
I
back?
should have just given it back. Unfortunately, I never had an opportunity to give it back, and I apologized. I said yes. Yeah, after I left Miss W's class, she got married and moved away to a seaside. About 4 years she left. One of her former colleagues told me that she still remembers me. From her class.
That's the kid who stole my heirloom. There. But she forgave and forgot. Well, not forgot.
Of course, I didn't tell her what happened. In fact, I never told anyone. Dang. Always after another incident of stealing someone else's family heirloom, I decided to ripe old age at 9 that I would never steal again, and I never did. Good job. Good job.
Imagine going to Catholic school and stealing.
That teacher will forever remember him. I purposely made my student fail.
Yeah.
Here's why. The context is it's a European school. I, 29 female, have been an 8th grade teacher for 2 years. I'm posting this on my little sister's old account because somehow my student found my main account.
Yeah.
Not the point, but anyway, here's why I failed him. For this confession, I'll be calling my student their initials. So we had a test last month. One of my students, Jay, was bragging to a kid that barely passes each test that they would fail again.
That's funny. I feel like I'm the type of person to do it even though I don't
It doesn't
pass.
matter. They're not allowed to do that. Now this kid, female, usually gets 60 to 70, D or C, and Jay is getting 80s and 90s.
Oh damn.
The 90s, 80s and 90s in a special learning program. Oh. Won't be disclosed why, as it's her privacy. Jay has bullied M since the 5th grade.
5th
And
grade.
shocker, Jay is the eldest in the class and M is the youngest. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I know her.
Because she's been failing. She's been repeating that class probably. Every test, Jay brags that they would get an A+. Even when he gets A- or B+, a different version of the test, on different versions of the test, which is 9th to 10th grade students. I watched as he struggled and went the results for his For his test came back, he got a D minus. I gave M an easier version, and she got a B plus. She cheated.
That's good.
That's no.
I mean,
it doesn't matter.
That's not good because the kids that think he's smart and then go to another level and
No,
boom.
no, it's not the smart kid. She put up the grade. So she
She's
made
the- I need the dumb
she
kid
made
here.
the test purposely easier for the person that was failing.
But that it's like it's
Was
good
the person
one
telling
way.
the bully or
The bully was Nani was passing.
Was
like
passing.
yeah. So he gave a really hard test to the bully and a really
Like easy.
test to the J.
The,
So J is the bully, M is the one getting bullied.
mm-hmm.
That's not good.
I don't know.
Like in my defense, if I was like a student in that position and a teacher did that for me, like yeah, thank you. But also, coming to like real life story, if you go to like another place and like do a
You
test,
can lose
you
your
can-
job permanently for doing that.
if you get caught.
No, it doesn't matter. You can't do that.
But don't do that, guys.
Because that's what they say.
Oh, facts.
There'll be like 5 teachers look at your work.
I hate this, man.
My PLP,
Mm.
my teacher gave me a D. I listening, and I know my work wasn't a D. It was at least a C. So when it went through to SES, I looked back the next year, and guess what grade it boosted up to?
Whoa.
I got a B. So I knew that teacher didn't like me, but I'm telling you, everyone else in the class passed about me. So when I got that B, I'm telling you, I was happy.
Wait, so you were going to repeat because you didn't pass?
No, why would I repeat that class?
Because it's
Now I have to do it in my next year.
Yeah, exactly.
With those other, no offense, those dumb.
Dumb. I mean,
Those
ooh,
dumb
let me
people.
not. No, don't say that because there's people.
But
who watch
listen
me.
here, if you don't pass PLP, you're dumb. I promise you that subject you should be able to sleep on.
Gee, I feel saying like a what? Like the first two in like I think 1.5
I'm
lessons,
telling you that subject is so easy.
and then
You
3 and 4 in 2.
Your goal planning.
Done.
Your goal planning. There's no word limit.
Yes, there is actually.
Is there now?
Yes.
How much words?
Like for each of them is about like 400.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
See, I
But
see
for the
you
first
stupid.
one, there's not because you're just doing a planning thing.
Nope, I'm telling you. The capabilities thing.
Yeah, the community
Yeah,
one.
that's one. The
That
one with the
that
word
was-
count.
But the one to when you do number 2, number 3 to do your like what things you're gonna do. That needs your writing because you have to reflect, you have to analyze and. Because I'm so shiny.
I convinced half a room. I convinced half a room. Them and their family were dying. We're going to die. How do you do this? This title makes it seem really dark, which is kind of depending on your sense of humor. As a quick background, I'm from LA, but I go to school in Chicago. Many of my friends at school are also from LA. One Friday night, everyone about 10 to 15 people wanted to relax and have a few beers in one of the dorms. And we're bleep 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 of choice. So I got a little and it bleep bleep bleep.
Bleep bleep bleep.
And the idea started flowing. They planned a video my cousin had shown me where it starts off as regular TV but later cuts to an emergency announcement saying that the LA and Chicago and New York were within hours of being nuked. Oh, yo, bleep bleep bleep, and sitting in a room with a bunch of bleep people who wouldn't notice wouldn't notice shit that would be. What would you do? Okay, you want me to read that bit again if you didn't hear it? You
Maybe say that the bleed or like say something different.
I'll call it poison alcohol.
Maybe say something different,
okay? Let's see. Let
If
me
it's-
look for
like changeable.
Okay, listening.
Mhm.
You're sitting in a room with people
Mhm.
who are flying,
Oh, who are high?
Oh,
who are flying,
Who are high?
and roaming. I'm going to say the rest of roaming
yeah.
because you know there's people do that roam. Roam. People who wouldn't notice bleep because that's actually swearing. What would you do? If you said anything but make them pay for their lives, you're a much better friend than me. That's too funny. This person's like, these people won't notice and they'll get scared. I saw my opportunity when everyone was especially distracted and threw the video up on the Apple TV and cranked the volume up so high, up as high as it could go. It started off as a Febreze commercial. No one gives it any attention, but as soon as the lab beeps start going off, the people yelling to turn off the music. Credit whoever made this. I've seen this. No, you cannot have my Apple. It's really freaking high quality. The video launches into a. Have you guys seen this video? Into a speech about how this announcement from the Department of Homeland Security and the Los Angeles, who's 2 hours from nuclear missiles impact, and she Sorry, guys. And Chicago is 5 hours away. At this point, the the roaming ones in the room are calling their parents, and my LA friends are yelling their families. The video then starts talking about how the president is going to be relocated to a secure fallout shelter, and the room begins to descend in panic. A few people are going. A few people are getting tears in their eyes.
Yeah.
I realized the video is going on long enough until everyone is in airplay. Now this bro, when I tell you get stomped on.
Nah, if I
put
did
it
that for
on
my
the
friend, they would
reaction.
actually.
I want to do that, but there's no Australian based one. Where about 50
Make one.
50 slash
Make
50.
one.
No, that's a waste of time. 50% of them between wanting to kill me and laughing there. One kid actually insisted that we put on helmets and gloves and fight it out. Do I regret what I did? Hell no, this was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Do I feel bad about it? Yeah, it's kind of, it was a bit extreme. Just think about those people, bro. They're not in their right minds. And they hear that.
I want to try that out one time. Like, if I go to LA or something like that.
I'm ashamed of being an Indian. These titles are just so funny.
Yeah. I'm ashamed of being black.
Wait, I put effort into not scaring
I know,
other people.
a non-colored person would want to take my spot.
Because I'm happy now that I'm not a Christian. I used to be a Christian, like a real Bible study, home church, Jesus loving Christian. And now I'm not. I don't know what I believe anymore. To be honest, I'm not a Christian. I'm not looking for some encouraging words or prayer to go back to church. Or sometimes because I'm happier now than I've ever been. I realize I'm now able to fully embrace the wonderful, beautiful people that are in my life. As a Christian, I was condescending, or judgmental, or at least not openly. But I was always noticing how dark others' lives are, or how unfulfilled they seem. That's what myself and my other Christian friends talked about, the non-believer in our lives that we're currently witnessing.
She became a non-believer.
Witnessing and praying for. After re-announcing Christianity, I was able to accept my friends for who they are.
Yeah.
And spend time with my friends. I'm enjoying them and no longer trying to manipulate, win them over.
By the way,
Now I'm able to be a wonderful, loving relationship filled. I don't even want to know what she said. I just want to see the comments. Thank God. And the other one says, being a gay man for the South, I found it hard to come out as a non-Christian than coming out as gay. Was hiding it for a while.
I know. It's not easy, Sophie.
No.
It hurts.
No. Rebuke it.
I said, if Jesus can save you, life starts when the church ends. That's Nani by Jay-Z.
Don't provoke me to anger, or else you'll be in danger.
Those are words by Jay-Z.
Don't be manipulated, guys. This is evil coming to life, tempting you. And if you let it tempt you, you get dragged back into the world.
This. I like whoever said this. Anyways, sounds like you're doing fine. But just remember, religion doesn't have to be black and white. A black and white manner. You might have been a part of highly evangelical focused congregation. Even if you don't find a diminution that fits you, diminution that fits your beliefs. There's nothing wrong with holding personal beliefs outside of the mainstream. Atheist, Christian, or otherwise, find your path and strive for your personal fulfillment, no matter your ideology. Good luck. Do you get what this person meant?
No.
He's like, the person, she or he, they're meaning like, if you're a Christian, like let's say you're a Christian, yeah, you don't have to judge everyone, you know?
It says do not judge.
You don't have to look like, dang, see, this is, if you're in God, this would be better if you were in God. See, you're doing something bad. You're doing something bad. You don't have to always think about that. You can do words like of encouragement, but still focus on you and your growth.
If I have time, you ask me.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification, show your friends and family, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.